Well, hey folks, Species 7 here. Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Farm Sim 25 and the 7 Species Homestead map. So apparently, I did mention to Old Man 102, the developer of the map, that I had a couple of troubles out in the mining area yesterday. And apparently I'm running an older version of the map and that's been fixed. So I went to the Trello site and downloaded, well, I hope it's the newest. It is one thing, word of warning. Oh, I can't do this because it's going to flip it on its back. I need the John Deere with the weight. It's not the easiest place to find what you actually are looking for, you know. Just as an example, because the version numbers aren't baked into the title of the zip file, when I went to play after downloading the new file, it wouldn't work. Reason being, because your download system thinks it's a file you've already downloaded, so it adds the suffix 2 to it, because it's a second download, or 1 if it's the very next one. But because this is the third time I've downloaded an upgrade, it added the suffix 2, which makes it an invalid map. And yeah, I mean, I knew exactly as soon as it wouldn't load what had happened, because I've dealt with this many times. You know, the other thing is, you know, you go, well, if you can't go by version, you can go by the date. The date for this recent download was 051P25. So yeah, that's I don't know. I looked on the calendar and none of the months were. Oh, what's he doing? Stop! What the heck was he gonna do? That's yeah. You know your map's not quite right when. Or not your map, your field that you've drawn out is not quite even when. Yeah, you start in one line and it diverges to 2 by the time you get to the end. But anyway, I think that we have the latest version now. Yeah, it's... I mean, this... You know, this sort of things happen, typos happen or whatever, but... Like I say, it doesn't make it any easier if you're trying to do an upgrade. But yeah, as I said, we should be good to go now. Hopefully. But I guess that's one of the advantages when you... don't be getting it all over the next field. Come on. When you use a mod from the mod hub, if there's an update to it, it's handled a little bit, well, more of a mods for dummies, which, you know, being a dummy, that helps. It truly does. Alright, let's turn the lines off. There we go. Alright, now, what we... Oh, look! Our latest chickens are old enough to actually produce eggs. Cool. I guess there's an advantage when you pay $50 for a chicken instead of 5. Oh, man. So most of our little bits of production here are pretty stuffed at the moment. So I think that's probably our next little venture, is we got to empty some of these. There we go. Okay, so that field's been limed, but I don't know that we're actually going to put anything on it. You know, we're way out here. And other than grass and the 2 crops we've already got in, there's really not much we can do. Yeah. Apparently we can plant cotton in February. But other than that, it's pretty much wrapped up for the year. So, yeah, we'll have to just leave that as is. So, with that said, let's go gather some money. See, I guess we'll have to head back out to the mine. Well, I'll probably do it off screen and get all the rest of that stuff sorted out. I think we're full. Oh, maybe not. Geez, how much does this thing really hold? Well, apparently that much. I think it holds 24,000 in total. So, we should be able to grab these as well. And we can, and that should be it. Alright. Whew. Alright. So I do hope everybody's doing well today. 'Tis the 11th of June. Indeed. Beautiful morning on my walk this morning. Absolutely gorgeous out there. Just cool enough to make walking pleasant, and because the sun's still below the horizon but light enough to see, makes for a pretty pleasant time. Not too shabby. The company of my companion walking crow. Yes, indeed, Chromio was in fine fetter this morning. First greeted me by flying an inch over my head and screaming loudly as he went by, which, you know, when you're kind of lost in thought as you waddle on down the road at, 4:30, 4:45 in the morning, and all of a sudden a blah right above your head. Yeah, it's well, it's a wake up. Does more for you than that cup of coffee you just finished, I'll tell you what. So yeah, he did that, flew up to the wire, glared at me for a moment, said good morning to him, and he came down, landed in front of me, put some kibbles down, and immediately scoobied him up, and then followed me a little further, screamed at me again a while later. So I guess he hadn't had quite as much as he wanted. So I put some more down, he ate those, and then buggered off, leading me to the rest of my walk in peace. Jeez, really? I'm going to go through what we went through yesterday, having somebody just jack on the brakes right in front of us so that we flip our rig. Dumb people. As I've said many times, the AI in this game is way more A than they are I. And I'm not sure the A stands for artificial. Might be a similar A to one that would find in the expression a-hole, for instance. Well, now that I've killed my YouTube rating, let's go sell some firewood. Bring our numbers back up into the shiny zone. Yeah, that's not a safe looking load. I'm amazed we made it all the way here without it just going sprawling. Okay, here we go. And show me the money. 71,000. Holy smokes. Alright, that put us back in the black. Most defiantly. There we go, we took one footpath in, we'll take the other out. I've been noticed, I don't know which one it was, maybe Tubi. No, it might have even been Prime. But I was scrolling through there a few days ago, and the original part 1 of the Back to the Future movies was leaving soon. It'll be back, but so well, what the heck? I haven't seen that in years. So I watched part 1, and then the next night I watched part 2. And it's kind of interesting because it was right from the get-go designed to be a trilogy. You know, to the point where certain scenes that, although they fit in, seem to have something missing, it's because that missing piece is filled in either part 2 or part 3. And being able to watch them that closely together as opposed to the 6 months or a year that when they were originally released that they were apart. Oh good, another traffic jam. Makes those things much easier to pick up on. Yeah, it makes for a much more fluid experience, if you would. Pretty cool. You know, I mean, it goes without saying, it was a rather outstanding set of movies for its time. And its time is, well, a while ago. A while ago indeed. Now, that takes care of firewood. It gives us a nice chunk of money. What we should do next is clear out the big factory and throw everything in the warehouse. Because we want to start moving some of that over to the other facility pretty quick. We just have to figure out what we have as opposed to what we need, and we should be good. Okay, here we go. I think that's probably all it's going to let us pack. Yeah. Good enough. Whoops. Smack into all the rest of it. This is getting to be a pretty crowded little area. I think I might be better off to go around the back. Good, we have rice saplings. Seedlings. Dang it. That has cursed me. So yeah, we should probably deal with those as well. And we're just going to throw those in here, I think. I think. We've got a couple of flats of apples. Lovely. No. Can I actually fit? No. Between? Ah, crap. I guess the answer is no. I shouldn't have tried. I know it was silly. Oh, come on. Alright. Are you gonna let me have that one? Look at that one stack. Good God. Not good. Nothing there. Really? Nothing. Really? You're gonna make me dump this tiny little bit. Like 3 pallets. Apparently. And once more do the big loop-de-doop. Alright. Should be able to Scooby it this time. Nope, full again apparently. 3 pallets is all it'll hold. I don't know if it's the long boards or those big rolls, but something's counting as far more than it should. That's okay. It's not like we gotta go a long way. Well, I watched Species playing this morning. All he did was drive around in circles for 40 minutes. Oh man. I'm gonna wear grooves in the ground here. There we go. At least we got more than 4. Oh, we got 5. Well, that's way more than 4. Okay. Whoops. Cut back in. There we go. That's cleared out. Alright. Since we're warehousing, let's grab the seedlings. Nanner, nanner, nanner. Get those put away. That's it. See, now we're doing figure eights. Pretty exciting stuff, eh? Holy cow. Well, I guess that's all it's gonna do. You can do it again? You're gonna wait till I pull forward, are you? Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can't... It's one thing you can't complain about with Old Man 102's mods, that they don't produce enough. It's been there like 2 days. Alright, last load no matter what. Alright, looks like it might actually be the last load. No. Jeez. Oh, we're done, are we? Well, we're done, is right. As I said. That's enough of that. Okay. Ah. Whew. That was almost a disaster. Okay. So we'll go do these, and then I think what I'm going to do is we'll check this other factory here and see what we need to drag out of the warehouse to feed it. Get a little bit of production going there as well. I think it's mainly going to be like planks and stuff. It might also need a load of coal. I don't know, maybe a load of iron. But I think it doesn't take the iron. I think it just takes the nails, which we're already producing. Well, I don't imagine this will be anywhere near the value of that wood, but it should help. Why no traffic? Must be a big jam up somewhere. Can't think any other reason. Come on, swoop in front of me. For no reason. Oh? A sensible driver. Whatever will we do? Yeah. Well, I see they were all jammed up somewhere up the road here. Well, good to see they got it straightened out. Before we got involved in it, anyway. Alright, now... this might not be where I want to be, actually. Okay. Where? Is it across the road? I didn't think so. No. Where's that thing? Oh, God. Thank you. Seafood. Okay, well, maybe it's the cafe I was supposed to go at. Okay, that's the grain mill. Oops. Let's cause our own disturbances here. That last section's fine, none of the traffic goes down there. But once you get onto this section, yeah. Alright, I think that might be it, way out in the back there. Just want to try a different sell point instead of the same ones all the time. Yeah, this looks like the kind of place would love to buy strawberries and tomatoes. Don't you think? $30,000 worth. Left your headlights on. Alright, 140K. Still not quite up where we were, but that's alright. Nice. Alright, let's go and see what we can move to our other factory. So I added some wheel loader mods from the mod hub. Not because I'm gonna buy any of them. They're all, you know, $200,000-$300,000. But I'm pretty sure that anything that's in your vehicle folders will come up on the sales thing at some point. You know, there's no guarantee it will, but if it's in there, it can. So, yeah, this way we might get a loader or two come through at 50 or 60% off and actually be able to afford a bigger one that doesn't tip on its snout for every full bucket that you give it. You know, which is definitely the issue with the one we have. It doesn't matter if it's wood chips, silage, rocks. If you try and fill it up, it slops over on its nose. It's not capable of filling its own bucket and lifting it, so... Would be nice if you could throw weights on the back, but that doesn't seem to be an option either. And the buckets for front loaders, so you could use a tractor with a massive weight, just aren't that big. As, I mean, it should be. I have seen, you know, 10,000 liter bucket. Well, it's the exact same size as a 1,200 liter bucket. Explain that. You know? Alrighty, let's see. What sort of things you would like? Okay, planks and nails from the warehouse. Both types of planks, long and plank-sized. Well, it's a thing. One of them's called planks, one is called long planks. So one must be long and one must be plank. Alrighty. Either way, let's see what we've got stocked up. We still got the whatchamacallit to get rid of the peat and the charcoal, but that'll come. Alright, so planks, 8. Sure, start with that. Excellent, let's pick these up. Okay. Now we won't be able to load these on, but rice saplings, mulch, charcoal. Huh? Really? Why are those in there? Okay. I didn't know I'd stuck veggies and stuff in there, to be honest with you. Alright, see if it'll take any of this. Look at that. Alright, good start. We'll grab the long planks on a separate trip because, well, they don't stack quite the same as we saw from the one load we picked up. And we'll see if there's anything we can actually run with just planks and nails and stuff. Nope, that would be a pickup point. And this would be the drop-off. There we go. right. So, now we've got nails, planks, wood, and that's it. Okay, we can't make that. Well, this one we could if we added coal. We don't have coal yet, but we can definitely make crates. Same thing with that. We need to add coal. Yeah, we'll be able to make a lot of stuff. We just need a good boot of coal in there. But of course, our loader is down at the mines. And I don't think I've got a bucket for our whatchamacallit, Kubota loader. No, I don't. Crap. How did I ever... Oh, I put it in here before I put that building down. Crap. Well, luckily... Yeah, we'll have to find a different spot for these, I guess. Let's just slide it out of the way. There we go. Alright, and you... No. Well, we need to go to the shop. I need to buy a bucket for this thing. And I think we'll buy a weight for it as well. Hopefully there's something of a decent size. I don't really want to be loading 1,000 liters at a time. You know, maybe 3,000 or 4,000 would be nice. We'll see. Here's a little maintenance. Not bad though. Okay. Off to the tractor center. And front loader tools. Big buckets. Okay, this guy. 1,000 liters. Exactly what we don't want. Oh, crap. 2,300, but I have a feeling this thing does something else, doesn't it? It's got this dealie in the back. Really? That's it? I don't really want to spend 15,000 liters on it. Or $15,000. Don't suppose there's anything on sale. Yeah, it's still going to take the same things. So what is the deal with this thing? Oh, can cut sugar beets. I see. That's why it's so expensive. Well, I don't see anything in orange. We're going to want a pretty good heft to it. There's a 1,000, 1,250, 1,500. Let's go with this. Yeah, I'm going to go to the mod hub and see if there isn't a suitable bucket. Nicely done. Boy, you're real good at this driving tractor thing, aren't you? There we go. Alright, that should help. I'll be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. Well, it's amazing how many of the front loader tools, they don't bother to list the capacity. Yeah, so kind of pointless. But I did find a couple. We've got this guy. Front loader, 2,000 liters. So, I mean, not great, but it's twice what the stock one is. Where the heck's the other one now? Okay, the other one might come up under telehandler. Yeah, let's go back. Because I know it came with a conversion piece. Yeah, see this adapter? It's a lizard. That's not it. Here we go. Wheel loader. That's weird. I know I loaded the other one. Weird. Okay, maybe. No, there's no choice. 2 feet. No idea. Well, I guess we go with this one. It's only 2,000 liters, but what can you do? Front loader, yes. That's fine. Let's buy that. I mean, what the heck, right? It's going to be half as many loads as the 1,000 liter, so. Oh, look. Oh, man. Well, you guys have yourselves a good day, eh? You're in a rush to join the party, are you? Good for you. Alright. We'll grab our smaller trailer and fill that up. Should be plenty. At least to get it started on some products. Yeah, back on the farm. To get some of this out of the way. Alright, let's grab the John and our little trailer. Have many problems carrying that. Good. Get you in there. Grab some more. There we go. Get rid of some mess, made another. It's okay. Alright, now we should be able to just grab all of the stuff from the front. It's a fair bit here. So should get us through for a while. So this is 8,000. That's 10. Or 8,000. This is 10. And then we'll run it over and tip it out. Alright, good enough. Just tuck you out of the way a little bit. There we go. Now, well, I was gonna. I wonder if that firewood thing's got any wood left to process. It's been a while since I've dumped a tree or two in there. Oops. There we go. Good. So now we should be ready to make some things. Not necessarily charcoal. Okay, crates we can build, right? Planks, nails, and coal. Nope. Okay, that's long planks. We haven't moved those yet. Okay, this we can do. What's this one? That's straight wood. We can do those as well. And pallets. Okay. We should now be producing a bunch of stuff. Cool. And with that, my friends, I think we will call it an episode. Just for lack of a better term. And, yeah. Leave it for now. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button. Again, big shout out to Old Man 102, the designer of the maps. There is a link in the description down below to the Trello with the maps and the mod packs and all the other maps and goodies. So, there you go. Take good care of each other, folks, and ciao for now.